Hello? Hey, Gorge. I hope you can hear me because I can't hear you. solidified in the metagame. And we got pretty good variation of lists here.
Hello. Welcome back.
Really look at the first round matches.
Who do you personally want to watch for this round?
Anybody that isn't running Yai Esco, because we're gonna be watching them eventually anyway in the later rounds.
I mean, yeah, probably.
So
unless they don't win.
That's what Yana done. He's using the same list he used for Lantern Rite Cup. The Raiden SC list.
Ooh, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. Let's see if they're checked in. Actually, make sure to.
Yeah.
Okay, Darkshine's not checked in. Ark's not checked in. Runa's not checked in. Oskyy's not checked in. Somu and Jetnet's not checked in. Ryza and Vicky's not checked in. How about Sora and Yanda? Yeah. The one we should be... Oh god. The one we should be spectating should be Esco Yai list against the Raiden SC. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically you just cannot escape from the Yai Esco. They're just everywhere.
Dude, I hate that I used that list. Now everybody wants to use it. And dude, I'm looking through the lists. A lot of people are running Covenant of Rock now. And FOFs. Yeah. Damn it! What have we done, Silky? We have destroyed this world. Okay, some people are still running Judgment. Good. Keep it up. Very good, very good. The thing with both FWAF and Covenant of Rock, they are specifically made against mirror matches with other Esco Yais. The Judgment is specifically attack against other decks that spam event cards.
Yeah.
Because they could use it as like a floodgate to prevent any hard ramps or hard value turns of specific lists. Which Esco Yai has a hard time stopping a deck at its track that has like a one big turn. But yeah.
So
what else?
So how do you think about FWAF? Because most of the time in some aggro decks, I do kind of think FWAF is kind of pretty extra. Like most of the time, if you would use it, it's not gonna make that much of a impactful enough.
I don't know. FWAF is a turn-losing game scenario into a winning one, while Covenant, in my eyes, is like get your line easier. So you're more consistency in getting your optimal lines.
How often do you think you could use your Covenant of Rock for your second Yai skill?
Okay, so the list runs both. Let me actually pull up my list. I already forgot what it looks like. I think Ark posted it in the channel. Yeah, okay, here it is. The thing about my list is it is hard optimized for the round 1 triple skill setup. So every card in the deck is built for that. Like I spammed a bunch of 1 costs so that I could specifically spend that 1 cost to get rid of the dice and then play Covenant and even just play Woven. So if I draw Woven, I can do the line. I could try to force the line at least if I get decent dice to double Yai skill. If I draw, I forgot what it's called. Awesome Bro, I could also force the line. Fish and Chips is the most consistent way to do it. I could also do it with Providence Soup if I try to fish for it. The nice thing about the Fish and Chips, not the Fish and Chips, the Mystic Soup line is I don't necessarily have to commit to it. Like if I don't get Providence, I could go for like Fury on Escoffier, and that's still fine value.
I see. So that's
I also
pretty much,
usually run two
yeah,
strats.
a lot of alternative lines here. So you're not necessarily
Yeah.
focused on only double EI skill just because you bring Covenant of Rocks.
Yeah. Also, Covenant of Rock is just dice, and it's nice to have dice.
Yeah.
Also, another positive effect of Covenant of Rock: it's 2 dice, the exact amount of dice you need to send off.
Ooh, but they do give you unaligned dice.
Yeah, but send off uses unaligned dice now, so it doesn't matter.
Send out unaligned dice. I totally
Yeah,
forgot
it's
about
unaligned
that.
dice now.
Yeah, is it this patch newly updated?
Yeah, I think so. So it's perfect. You can always send off any critical summons the enemy has.
Yeah, and how conveniently is that your opponent's Esco is also a 2-user summon, so you could definitely deny a lot of superconduct from that.
Yep.
And potentially stop them from getting access to the electro transfix.
Okay, they're both checked in. I think we should be able to spectate anytime soon now.
Yeah.
For check.
Okay.
Actually, didn't do check in reminder. Whoops, my bad. Let me triple check people who have checked in. Oscyy hasn't checked in. I think that's it. Yeah, let me just ping him, just in case.
So apparently the two players are haven't started yet, so we could just give them a bit moment.
True. We still have a lot of things to talk about. Funnily enough, 2 people brought the crab deck in today's weekly.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
it's the
can we summarize how many? Oh, it's actually 2 players, right?
yeah, it's crab and dark. I know it's Arc and Dark Shrine.
Yeah, Arc and Dark Shrine. One, are they both using the same variant? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
Toma and Candace. Yeah, Toma is
but their lists are
basically a similar crab value in his skill, 2 damage and 2 shield. Toma is guaranteed 2 shield. Unlike Crab, who needs to have more than 7 shield to actually starting to do 2 damage.
Okay, why are they running my goat, the freaking Eon Sun event card? They don't like dice? Hello? It's so good.
I mean, yeah.
Why aren't you guys running it?
The Fruit of Training, it's what it's called, I believe. Yeah, it's a pretty decent card to play.
And Dark Shred's running Meripede, dude! Crab isn't good with proccing Meripede. And nobody's running Seed?
Yeah,
what the hell?
I kind of think like, this is really possible, right? Thanks to the Sidlali Candice Crab, the one that made by Kevin C and popularized.
Yeah.
And yeah, because of that, we kind of really see that, yeah, Fruit of Training is actually pretty good. And it's kind of synergized pretty well with your primary plan too, with the Transfiguration. Because you just basically spam your Pyro character with their elemental skill every single time. But
I guess they're hard. They're building for hard countering Escoyais. But Arc only brought 1 extreme. That's interesting.
But anyway, yeah. Also,
how do
you think about the Ian Ratan's superconduct death over here?
Yet to see how good it is, but if it's just like old Raiden SC, it should be decent enough. Should be pretty good. 4 artifacts? Not 4, 8 artifacts. Wow.
So
that's a lot of artifacts.
The good old Raiden SC deck, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, I haven't been around during the Raiden SC era. I'm not sure if that's actually a thing. But I do know that we used to play with Chongyun, right?
Yeah. Chongyun, Shenhe, Raiden. And then Shenhe got nerfed, and they never tried it again. I don't know. The linchpin of this list is operative and her value with the skill, denying heals with the Bond of Life. but I question how well it'll be able to facilitate superconducts. Because Raiden's app is actually pretty slow
I probably
compared
think
to other
that superconduct's
characters.
not likely to be your primal win condition. I mean, you just play it just because you have the condition for it.
Also, it's expensive,
Yeah.
and this list like spamming skills.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, are we in now? Hello.
Yeah, I think we are in. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Thank God.
Mm.
They're running up against classic GISC or Skirk SC.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing egregious about the list that they're running. They did bring Covenant of Rock, so that's
yeah,
cool.
They also brought. I'm pretty sure this is your copy, right? Your version. We also see the.
It's a little different.
Which is really.
Yeah, they didn't. Why didn't they bring Sleepy?
Yeah.
Where's Sleepy? My goat, the Sleepy Meditations. Okay, here's the other thing people don't realize with this list. You kind of don't need to Skirk Burst for the most part. Like, it's not necessary. Oh, send off. That's big against this list. Sending off Shenhe Summon. That'll be big.
They could kinda, I could say they could send off your ransom. I kind of
Don't go for double skill here.
I mean, the first usage of it never actually matters, but it's just basically as soon as it stays on some field, your burst is basically gets +1.
Yeah, but I think Shenhe Summon is a better send off.
Shenhe burst is more valuable to send off, and I do kind of think that back in the day where Senimo, people actually tries to hit the summon because it's just so good.
Good job, Sora. You didn't go for the double. You didn't force the double Yai skill.
Yeah.
Good. Submerge.
I mean, there's not much thing Ian Ratner can do. I kind of think he could equip artifact and then Woven 2-in-1 for a burst immediately.
That is probably the play here.
Yeah.
And they get to minimize damage on
Yai. How he would spend the other 2 dice if he goes for a normal attack here. Ooh, a swap thing.
What?
Oh, okay, that's actually interesting too.
Oh, they're rushing Shenhe Burst.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, so you don't necessarily
back to Yai?
spam your Raiden burst. Ooh,
oh, don't look at this. Oh, send off summon.
Oh no! He's actually sending off the Raiden summon.
That's fine. This is fine.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. Yeah, but you're still giving your opponent the superconduct damage and stuff, and basically giving them 1 free card. It's still fine.
Yeah, but
it's still fine. But I don't really feel like I like that play, but it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, food's food.
What are we gonna do?
And you can get him out of a breakpoint.
Yeah, true. Alright, swap.
Back to Raiden.
I'm gonna get 1 food and 1 burger. What do we get? Gilded Hall! Ah, how surprising.
Oh my god, they got both good food on brother.
Weakest Vescohan. They always either have awesome Gilded Hall or just both.
That's not fair. How come they always get it?
The weakest Escohan, bro. The weakest Escohan.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
was it yesterday?
Classic. Please tell me that this is just.
Yeah.
Please just tell me this is not power creep or something, dude. Like, yeah, we already discussed about how SKP is just basically a cry official with some extra value, and the Gilded Hall is just basically one of it. Well,
she's not cryo official. She's cryo scissor mage without the downsides and better value.
Also has a cryo variant, but.
That surprised me. They used changing shifts. They didn't need that dice.
Yeah.
Are they planning on? Yai's, not Yai.
Ooh,
I forgot her name.
okay.
Skirk
Calx's
skilling?
art for Riding Burst.
No Lithium. They could play Cryo Res.
Yeah, they could. Is that? That's 3 damage because you don't have the eye.
Yeah.
And, the transfix. I think the transfix only
That
triggers
doesn't-
when you trigger SC, right? I don't think that
Yeah.
does anything.
No, it only triggers if you do cryo damage or physical damage,
Oh,
which
you
is
do
9
count with cryo damage. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Alright, just
Yeah,
tune.
92.
Hello?
What?
Okay,
Why did you
I'm
play
pretty
it?
sure- Okay, I think they kind of slipped. I think
Yeah,
it was kind of
mouse slip.
slipped because yeah, you just don't have anything to confirm if you want to play Void Rift unless it
That's
has a
fine.
cost. So yeah, if you
Just-
slip and not dragging it to the tuning zone, you just basically yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
kinda
fine.
think that was a mouse slip. So pretty unfortunate for Sora.
That's fine.
They had to -2 card, which is
I don't-
not good at
yeah.
all.
You don't want to
So
swap
sad.
this.
That's so sad.
Skirk here. Go to Esco, please.
Yeah, go to Esco.
Please go to Esco.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, don't be
That's
there.
hurt, bro. That's gonna hurt.
It will.
Is it
Two,
2
no,
damage with icy blow? Yeah, there you go.
no, it's 2. It's base 1. And there's no right and
It's base
summon.
1, and then the icy quill. Yeah. Okay.
What?
Now she's gonna get taxed
Okay.
again. Alright, Shenji is
Shunta
going
summon
down.
is dead.
Yeah, I think Ratan could. Oh, that's not looking good. But here's the thing, right? Ian Ratan has knowledge, has hand knowledge of Sora. He saw that, yeah, his opponent accidentally played the Void Rift and then nothing just happened. So you kind of
Yeah,
have
there's
to know
no-
his hand knowledge a bit.
3 costs to discard.
Yeah, until now, or unless your opponent also kind of hold the Cling Clang Legion, but given that it could get taxed.
Oof. This is kind of sad.
Yeah, but still, you just simply don't want to expose Frost Operative, especially as a matter of fact that Sora is actually holding the 2 cards that.
What?
Ooh, wait, why are we spending so much stuff?
An 8?
Oh,
She's not doing anything.
oh no, that's gonna be a swap angle for Ian Ratan because
Yeah.
this Skirk is definitely going down here.
Also, they should have played this woven. Now it's gonna get taxed, and it's not gonna be a
Yeah,
thing.
they should have just played the Woven. It's definitely gonna get taxed. I think the skill is enough, right? You have Icy Quill and then
Yeah, you need to
the
burst.
Shanty Summon.
Oh wait, yeah, skill is enough.
Yeah, skill is enough. Skill is enough. Alright, flop. And then yeah, they cannot go to Yae if you all are skill, which is really
Yeah.
a big deal. And your opponent gets taxed. I mean, yeah, whatever card they have, they just cannot use it for free if they're 0 cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think you just flop into skill, and oh, as a cherry on top, you also have a woven for the 3rd action if you actually want to. Or
That's
just
true.
rest and snipe off the eye if your opponent somehow slip out. I'm thinking hard here.
Okay, I see. I see Yonratan's winning line.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, this 6 is fine.
Go for healing.
Fury.
Any healing?
He
Not
is
Fury?
super
Healing?
dexterous. You definitely
Serenity.
wanna get defensive here. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Alright.
Yeah,
There's a win.
defensive
Fwaff.
and you're now fine.
Double
Like, just
kill.
Fwaff. Do you want Fwaff? Kind of thing you wanna Fwaff here.
No Fwaff.
No Fwaff means
Okay.
I can get the burst down, and that should be 7 damage, is it? Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, no. You go skill here on Esco for sure.
Yeah, let's go here.
Just using it to tune.
Yeah, that's just gonna be not good.
Oh god. Yeah, Nathan loses now.
Yeah. Okay, how much damage are these summons? That's gonna be 4 damage, and then +2 from the transfix.
He has to end first. He has to end first.
I mean,
There is a
if he
winning.
end
there
first,
is
he
a win-
still die. He still dies to the summons because it's
No,
exactly
no.
6 damage.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's exactly 6 damage. The 2 summon will do 4, and then the transfix. So you just have.
He had a winning line if he fluffed. He needed to fluff early.
Yeah, he should have just fluffed. I kind of think if
Actually-
they went for Yai, you still have a chance. Oh wait, but Yai versus also 7 damage.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's kind of over. Like, you don't really have a good move. You kill Yai and they just go Esco and skill as if normal. I kind of think the flop will actually matter here.
No, fluffing. Fluffing now.
And finally flop. But the flop actually never ended up matter.
Yeah, he needed gamblers to win this
Yeah,
round.
if he
But
had the gambler, he would be able to win. Yeah, even with 3 action, it still wouldn't be enough. Because with the Woven, you actually have 3 actions, but just not enough damage. So, first game goes to Sora, which is kinda unfortunate for Ian Ratan. And, yeah. He kinda also, his opponent also kinda, mouth slip a bit, just, whoops, -2 cards. Because,
yeah.
you lost your supposed to be tune Void Rift, and then you have to tune another extra card. That's just so funny.
Well, we got more games.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yep.
So, let's see who else are still going.
Oh, Darkshine versus Gorge. This looks like it'll
That
be
looks
good.
interesting, yeah. Is Darkshine is also playing a crap here as well. So that could be interesting to see.
Gorge's running some weird stuff with no reaction deck, Aoife, Shalone, and Albedo.
Mm. Alright, there we go, there we go.
Oh, it's Adventure
Ooh, that's a really interesting looking here. You have 2 Geo and Aoife.
There's no reactions. How are they gonna? How are they gonna swirl
There's no
across the
reaction
line?
at all.
Surely the enemy will self
Yeah.
apply their element.
Yeah.
And
I
you can
don't
get
really think this is a windmill deck because you just basically have Aoife as a catalyst user, so
It's a stall deck.
it's a stall.
It's here to stall. Yeah, it's stall. Obviously, it's stall.
Alright, looks like we are in. So this is how it goes. Judging by the deck list.
Well, judging from the board state,
Oh,
this guy's gonna hit us.
Oh man, it's over. It's over. Oh,
It
this
is.
dude is trolling for
The
fun.
tank
He
has
just
some-
NA. He has 3 dice. He had 3 dice, but he decided to troll. Okay, well, at
Grab
least
it.
we get to enter at the very interesting timing. We get to see a 21 HP Aoife before it gets hit by a gigantic trap with their floating shield for -21.
True.
Yeah. You know what has
burst
to
for
validate?
fun.
Wait, how? Oh wait, was that extreme?
It's
Was that from
nerfy.
extreme? Yeah, Delta has Seymour
No.
and Macron stuff on his hand. I'm pretty sure that was from extreme.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's a crab. They don't need
Yeah,
cards in their hand to do anything.
Souls just basically get punished really hard by kinda,
Stop DMing Dark Shrine. Stop
Oh,
DMing Kill him
I bet
already.
that yeah, I know that. I knew it. He just used the technique, so
I didn't
his
tag
opponent
that.
may have a chance
Why
to
did he
move
do
off, so he
this?
can finish off with the burst.
Wait, he gave him Pyro Swirl. He
At
self-infused
least he
Pyro with
still
Crash
has
Palette.
he has the the technique. Yeah, it also change your blue. Yeah, and then as soon as you technique, Mona will adventure twice because there are 2 of them, and you heal again.
Oh,
Bro, this is the
crap.
next level of torturing, bro. It's supposed to be over as soon as we enter.
Yeah.
Gorge is just basically running out of dice, and
I swear to God, if you don't burst
there
your
you
Dark
go,
Shrine.
you should
Okay,
be
thank
able to
God.
finish off with the burst here. Alright, that's gonna be minus 20. Alright, big number.
Big, big grab.
Yeah.
Big grab. I love crab. He's so big. Also, unfortunate Ogurchik ran into the stall breaker deck for off
Yeah,
rip.
that was really unfortunate for Gorge. I
Yeah.
think. Okay, so I feel like this one last match.
Yeah, it's Billy.
It's Billy.
It's Billy.
Ooh, it's our.
Billy's running. He's running an.
He's running your version, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Alright, do we actually still have time for the spectate? How much time do we have? I think we have only 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're probably gonna take a break for 8 minutes because I kinda assume that they are on their way to finish up the game.
Yeah. That sounds fine. Alright, 5-minute break. Or not 5, 10 minute. It's 8-minute break.
Yeah. So
Whoop.
let's see. So that's probably gonna be a 8-minute, right? Let me see. All right, so we'll be back in 7 minutes, I say.
And if you're hungry, girl, better lay. Ooh, baby, don't.
Welcome back to round 2 of GITCG Lunar 5 Asia round 2.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Also, players are asking for us to spectate a Gorge off rip. So I think we should do that.
Especially after we've seen that that 20
21
HP,
HP.
right?
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
It would be great to see how he managed to get this far, and I'm also excited to see how he would actually
Wait.
his opponent with that.
Wait. Okay,
really
surely
fun too.
Darkshot and Arc matched into each other. It's a crab mirror. Oh god.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, maybe we watch that first.
Oh, you
We'll
wanna
watch Ogre.
Crab? Okay. Which crab do you want to watch? We actually watched Dasha, so probably we'll watch Arc this time.
Yeah. We'll watch a Gurchik next round.
Oh wait, no.
But for now,
Dasha is actually matching into Crab, into Arc, so
yeah.
you just basically don't have any choice. You just basically have two crabs in one pod.
And there's only room for one. Who will be the bigger crab?
There's only one crab winning the thing. Here we are. Here we are, the two crabs.
Okay, have they started? I hope they've checked in at
Let me
least.
check if they have started.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Darkshine's not checked in.
We could hear yapping a bit. So do you? I kind of think there's a slight difference between the two lists.
Yeah, but in the crab mirror, it doesn't matter. It's just whoever gets all their artifacts first is the winner.
Yeah. And actually, Dark Shrine was the one who actively played Fortress of Merope. It wasn't because of the extreme. Yes, he has extreme, but the Fortress of Merope is actually his own thing that he brought. So is the Macron. And he brought 2 copies of Sandal for Oscyy. So yeah, it shouldn't matter much in this mirror match.
I think they have similar card draw power. Yeah, they both ran Countdown, and that's their only form of card draw. So
exactly.
This is whoever gets the artifacts first, they win because they have more value.
So does two of them? Okay, so Ark is actually running machine assembly line instead, and Darkshine was the one who brought the Timai's package.
Yeah, it's about the same-ish in my opinion in terms of actually drawing your artifacts. I think Ark is slightly more consistent because he has less bricks in his hand.
So we are turning into the game.
All right, here we go.
Order is correct. Okay, so this is round 1, right?
Everybody's strapping. This is a crab beer.
So Darkshine played Count After the Show, yeah, and also Scaranera and the collections.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be fully equipped for skill here.
And then talent.
Yeah, talent. I mean, I don't think you want a talent. I mean, hold up.
You should.
Equip,
It's
he equipped the Golden Troops reward on Candace. I'm expecting this skill with Toma here.
That food is useless.
Machine assembly line here, so okay, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
You pass. Sure.
Oh, yikes. I'd argue Arc is slightly behind here. No artifacts, but they do get the vape.
Yeah.
So they get the dice early here from the. I forgot what. Oh wait, no, they have machine. They do have machine
he has
aside.
machine to run, but he's still one cost away from activating the Opera House.
Yeah, because of the talent.
And the talent is a one cost. So yeah, he would just have to tune for kind of skill, or I kind of think
No.
it's not that necessary.
What?
Extreme?
Extreme?
Oh,
There's no
he's gonna be super
extreme.
disappointed with this extreme, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing
He's gonna be
there.
super disappointed with this extreme. Getting the quick swap and
Like 4 dice,
yeah.
and then you advance their card draw, so that's cool.
Okay, but at least that he could play the macaron for free with the support of sleepy meditation. So well,
Oh, that's true.
yeah,
Free
you could
Macron.
just basically keep your Toma and Candice alive for longer. So it's not the end of a world, but definitely wasn't the best extreme.
The only thing you care about here is getting crab stacks, and Dark Shrine is way faster, and he has Mirror Feed.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Not only does he also have the same general hum, but he also have the trap talent and ready to stack up the value. And on top of that, he could play yet another copy for another +2 this round immediately.
Oh boy. I'm expecting a Candice swap? Yeah, there it is.
And that's exactly
Into-
what he did. Sleepy. Ooh, Yumkasaurus.
Wait.
The Yumka.
Yum.
Dude, if Ark decides to yoink, he would be he would be kind of disappointed again for what he
You can
withdraw.
stop yoinking. Don't play the second one. He's
Oh wait,
If
no. Double Sleepy is not good, bro. They don't stack. You
Yeah.
should have just played one. Oh wait,
minus.
I mean,
two.
you should still play the Macron. I don't know, or something.
Yeah.
Oh, also the Yumkasaurus is actually not discounted, so. Oh wait, but he could play the Yumka for the Opera House prop. This is equal.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, he could.
Okay.
Just play and trigger the Opera House, and I don't know. You could remove it. I don't know. You get the dice back from it, so.
Okay, but not right now though, because they already have 3 Hydro that they need to scale.
Yeah.
That was a misplay on Ark's part, playing 2 Sleepies back to back. For sure.
Okay, he still played the Macron anyway, so yeah, that's what I thought, right? Because he should have just played the Macron right before using the second Sleepy.
He's yoinking?
Yoinking, yeah, he's gonna yoink another Macron.
And they just, oh my god, you drew him
ended
into
up drawing into the second, another tenacity for the crab.
This is horrible. This is horrible. Arcry, you're just helping him win. Why are you giving him draw?
Bro, okay, so we see that one is playing with taxes, and the other one, nah, I'll negate your card. In terms of
boy.
long-term value, obviously Merubi could be more annoying.
Yeah.
But giving
Also,
Arc
there's
is actually
nothing-
trying to steal, and he managed to join 2 of Darkseid's Macaron.
There's nothing to steal in or there's nothing to tax in Darkshine's side now. He has all of his value. I guess if he gets the Pyro transfiguration,
Yeah.
that would hurt.
Yeah. He got the pyro. Yeah, because it's just basically the best thing you could ever ask for, and especially you just basically want to spam your elemental skill of either crab or Toma for 2 damage and 2 shield. And yeah, on top of that, the Hydra one it sucks, man. It's just bad.
Well, they're on 2 different curves now. This is
You could
Gonna be-
swap, or you could just basically skill. I don't see why not. You could potentially
I don't think skill.
and then I don't know, just play the Thai Stone.
No, because if you skill, the crab could just deny the vape. Also, fun fact: if you
Yeah,
trigger
you
a
don't
vaporize
really
reaction,
need that much.
yeah, okay. Fun fact: if you trigger the vaporize reaction with crab talent, like if you cleanse hydro off of crab, you proc your elemental transfiguration blessing.
Yeah, I
Which you
know.
are about to
I
see
kind of
right
expect that's what Dark Shrine was trying to do, because he just basically kept that talent instead of using it through the ground. Because yeah, you just gonna
Yeah.
have to make good use of it. But Ark has 2 tight stone. Will these 2 tight stone happen to tax the crab talent? Alright, there's 1, there's 2, that's 1. So it hits Golden Troops Reward and 1 to Miles. Okay, never mind. Okay, but here's the thing though. Darkrai should do something else and let the first talent eat up, and only then you play the talent. So you get another +2 shield from the second talent. And yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Is that Prof
Yep.
or Fury?
I
That's Prof or Fury. That's an
That's
offensive
definitely
effect.
an offensive threat. Oh, he didn't
That's
even use the. He decided to not use the cleanse yet.
That's weird.
Fire transfer. Yeah, you are now outgeared again. But I
Why don't he-
because Kaizen is just basically a short-term value card, and it doesn't really hurt your opponent that much. Okay, yoink. Yeah, you're just gonna yoink the 3 cost demise. You tax it and now you yoink it.
He
You
doing?
tax it and you yoink it. I really think like Yumkasaurus and Tyson is actually anti-synergies together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dark
you
Shrine,
just-
do it.
You tax them just so that the card now gets higher cost, so you can yoink it easier. This is not really adding up.
Also, Ark's about to get hit with invalidation from Meropede if he hits one more
And
time.
if that hits the level to me that he stole from Darkrai, that kind of makes. Or
Okay, just
it
play
could be
Totem.
worse if that thing managed to hit Tenacity instead. And funny enough, Arc only has 4 artifacts, meaning that this demise is basically useless. Yeah, alright, so what would he do here? Right, he decided to swap to Toma. Yeah, Darkrai finally decided to use the talent to vaporize, self-vaporize, and then get the transfiguration card. And he would definitely gonna go for the shield to get value from that talent yet again. Ooh, okay. Skill got discounted by the transfake. That is super cool. Yeah, so far, Darkrai has the upper hand. Ooh. And he also got the judgment now, which is really huge. Okay. Oh, we finally got the talent here. This is gonna just give Dark Shrine a lot more power application to work with, which is not ideal. Alright, and Dark Shrine still has 7 dice to work with. That is so a lot. That is so much skill, and that should definitely gonna be another burst. Yeah, if Ark exposes his crap, he will just definitely gonna burst here.
Hello? Are we good? Yeah.
Yo. I think Coven is back. We just got a bit of technical issue.
I'm back, but I can't see the screen, so...
Let me just see. Coven, can you say something?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Anyway,
I can't see this.
A big update. So Dark Shrine just delivered one crab burst against Ox Crab, and
Okay.
as you can see, as you can tell by the differences between the two shields on both
Yeah,
sides.
Coaching, I can't see the screen.
Yeah.
Coaching, I can't see the screen.
It doesn't really matter. Dark Shrine is just gonna spam his crab burst. Like nothing much you can do.
Ooh. Whoops. Okay, I will pipe up. Pipe down.
Right. Yeah, swapping.
I'm gonna get what's happening right now.
That's fine. Let's go.
I'm gonna guess Dark Shrine's winning, and he has at least 20 stacks of shield on Crab, and he's ready to burst. And... What else? What else would be happening? Would be Candace? No, Candace would be dead by now. But on Oscyy? No, it wouldn't. Unless.
Okay, yeah. We're currently facing some technical difficulties. Searching's Discord keeps crashing, so I'm having a tough time commentating because I cannot see the
it's
screen.
fine. I kind of think that at least we can still hear what we're saying.
So I'm guessing what's happening on the board state. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but if you guys can see it, tell me if I'm correct. We also have at least, okay, 2 characters are equipped with either Totem or General's Helm Shield, or yeah, General's Helm. And Darkshine gets to burst first, but Ark ends up having to sack one of his characters so that he gets to conserve some of his crab shields rather than letting it tank the big hit. What else? Oh yeah, Darkshine has Mirror Feed too, so he's taxing all of
Yeah.
Ark's cards.
You text me, I text you. Alright, Ark is already running out of dice, so it should definitely gonna be a swap.
Oof.
Yeah. But if you stay, yeah, you just cannot stay. You just have to swap here. Which is playing right into Dutchman. He just basically have full control of what he wants. Now he could swap back to Crab, and the 2 crabs playing a stair game. And they
It's the
both
gift.
have to
There's
spam
no
their
phone.
skill. So here's the
It's
thing,
the
if
gift.
Fox decided to burst, Dachshund can dodge that and then go back to Crab and then start bursting. But if Ark doesn't do that, then Dachshund will just burst anyway, because why not? Because why not? Whoever gets the burst to hit their opponent first will win. Providence, he gets a remedy for extra shield. Ooh, money. Get them to get plus 1 dice. There we go. Plus 1 dice. Now, Darkrai can actually burst now.
I'm going to trust
He
your.
can burst. He just needs one more and everything. Alright. That's gonna be a lot of damage, and I kind of think it should. Yeah, there we go. And our Scrap is no longer have any shield. You just have to keep sealing. I kind of think that could be a skill, yeah, it's skill. And you should be able to sweep the game with another crab burst. Oh, quick swapping for the BM. Ah, we start BMing right now. There we go, we are BMing. So, there is the down. Alright, that should be, yeah, that was quite a long match, and we also kinda, faced some difficulty, technical issues, so, yeah, let's see, it could be back in. Yeah, so we basically have 11 minutes left for this round. And in the meantime, I'll try to fix it a bit. And hopefully we won't have issues anymore. But until then, we're going to go for a break in 10 minutes. Okay, welcome back. So, so we faced some technical difficulty. So basically, you cannot see my profile picture going up and down again. So, well, but however, I'll still be here. And probably I'll do the rest of the casting, and hopefully everyone can enjoy it. So a bit update I could say is let me just refresh this a bit. So yeah, basically for the rest of the stream, I will be here and solo casting, and I really hope that we don't mind that. So alright, okay, we got it. So yeah, so the previous round, we saw Darkshrine defeating Art and getting himself a 2-0. And while that was happening, other 3 players are also getting 2-0, and so hopefully this. So yeah, we have Lua, we have Luna, and we have Somu alongside with Darkshrine. So so I feel like we could spectate one match out of these 2. So let me just give me a second, please. So we are going to spectate yeah, so for this round we are going to spectate Somu versus Luna. We have Somu with again I mean, yeah, apparently we just cannot get away from these matchups, right? Pretty much a lot of people just play it, right? So the good old Skirchaska, we are all very familiar with the deck, and as well as Escoyae from Luna, which is also really familiar. And yeah, everyone here is just basically our familiar faces. So there's actually not much thing I could talk around this. I do kind of want to point out something interesting. So Somu running a Skirchaska list, who is also have the the superconduct transfiguration, just like basically similar to Cube stacks. And yeah, and if we were watching the previous stream, aka the NA Weekly, we also seen that Transfiguration is also a really good card, especially when you use it to melt down strong opponents, tanky opponents, with the absurd amount of piercing damage it can provide. Yeah. the only one problem is that the Transfiguration is a one-off card, and for playing Chaska, you just really have to draw it and then play it. But if you do play into it and then you trigger the Superconduct first to obtain the 3 costs, yeah, playing it, it's definitely gonna be really worth it. Alright, and looks like we are entering the game between Luna and Somu. Okay, dice roll. Dice rolling doesn't really matter with transfer decks. He rolled quite poorly, not gonna lie. He actually he did okay, immediately judgment for us to stop doing this stuff in the round 1. So Somu cannot use yeah, so Somu just cannot use Legacy, but he could definitely gonna use the Shadow of Sand King to draw one. And yeah. Also using skill is also really devastating because not only does Judgment will try to negate the other event cards if you try to use one, but by this swapping after having the card, yeah, you have to tune, you just have to tune. Okay, there we go. But the other thing about this card is that you can only generate once per round. So if you use skill once, you just cannot use her skill yet again. So you just basically have to do something else. I mean, you could swap to Seahorse, you could do 1 NA with Skirk. Or you can play Slumster's Lair. But yeah, the early judgment here really hurts a lot. And giving that Luna gets to go first. Oh, they also played double Arcane and first. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, that is not too bad. And then you can swap to Seahorse now, or just okay, there's a swap. That's good. So far, things really good for Luna here. You manage to stop your opponent. You also get to the first, hence the judgment play. Right, but it's still not the end of the road for Somu. Especially, however, stopping their usual line this early will usually end up having to be having a lot of hard time. Because Sora Tesla is just basically one of the strong round 2 decks, but it requires to have good setup, and no setup is often leading to no plays. And as we can see that now we just basically don't have any bullets whatsoever. We don't have any draw because we didn't use Chaska's skill. And on top of that, we're gonna also get access to. Ooh, okay. I don't. Okay, so using the Wyrip quite early, to be honest. I guess if you try to hit your opponent's Seahorse shield, because if you left it there, Seahorse can just generate yet another shield from this skill. But by destroying it, Seahorse skill does not generate anything. It can only add the user, it cannot create it. But okay, so we just basically we have to tune something for Yai's skill. And we try to find a way to trigger another SC. We want to trigger as many as possible. Ooh, I think it really hurt there. Time is ticking. Oh, so I think they just choose to see what to choose. Oh, fuel. Fuel is not. What did we use it on? We use it on Yae. So yeah, it's definitely gonna take defensive. Because like, there's not much else we can do. Could also play the or can swap to Oscyy. Swapping to Oscyy is fine. Okay, so we could definitely yeah, there we go. And then Cuckoo and then just swap. Yeah. Ooh, okay, Legacy. Legacy could draw Somu some bullet, which he would discard and will deny the cry bullet actually. I mean, he could still then play the he could still play the Void Rift and then go like normal, so it's not too bad. And I kind of think it's a pretty good play as well. Yeah. So now you could play. Alright, do we get Tesla Talent? Well, that's good. That's good. You can choose to not play it now. Because Void Rift will do a cryo instance, and then you could skill for the swarm, and only then you could get the bullet to swirl again. But yeah, our plan is really delayed because of that round 1 judgment, and we didn't actually have any ways to we didn't have an out for it, which is really unfortunate. And yeah, Judgment is just really a terrible card if you're playing Skirt. Yeah, and the worst part is that even if you use skill, you just basically have to tune the card that she generates and you cannot use it again. Because if you play the event card, yeah, because the Skirt's state changing card is actually an event card, and it will affect your other event cards. Alternatively, if you swap, she will automatically discard the card, and Judgment will go -2 for your hand. So we saw Somu got Soothing. Yeah. There we go. There's a Rift, and we can now skill. Okay, we got even more bullets here. Okay, that's interesting. Tuning? Oh, so you don't get overkill. Okay, I like that play. You just swap me. That's fine. Yeah, sure. Like that. Just pass. Yeah. I kind of think someone needs to tune this bullet, or he just play one of the electro bullets manually, and then discard one to guarantee a double silicon dot. And then yet again it will be followed by another cryo instance, so you basically have infinite cryo aura to deal with. And if you actually get that works, you could potentially sweep your opponent with one move, which is probably what Somu is looking for. On the other hand, Luna has a Gambler, and they can definitely take this Seahorse. And we don't want to, I think. Right. Is this gonna be a burst, triggering SC on Chaska? It will put Somu on a time bomb if they actually try. And on top of that, you also have the Lotus. Lotus actually kind of add to this matchup. Your opponent will just do multiple instances of -1, and you will eat up the Lotus value. So you have to be really careful. so we are taking a lot of time. Oh, alright, here we go. We decided to use Gambler anyway. Alright, that should definitely gonna be either a burst or normal attack. I personally prefer a burst because first of all, yeah, I would probably most likely going to get killed after killing the Seahorse. And there's just a burst, yeah. No hit. So now Sora is now on the town bomb. If he is not swapping to Skirt, then he most likely not gonna have any plays. Yeah, but if he does, he could get hit by the yeah, and kind of lucky that we draw into the Crow Bullet this right now. He decided to turn it. Yeah. Oh, we don't even have an Electro Bullet to play the bullet. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. Could we get... If we could get Sleepy, then we could do the something. Could you get Sleepy? Oh, okay. I kind of think if we would discard the Animal Bullet, that's still fine. Yeah, so he just goes for it. Yeah, there we go. Now... with it. And yeah, we could also swap to Chaska here. Oh, we draw into another bullet. This is not good. Ooh, okay. Last song. For another draw. Can Somu actually defeat Yai here? And still be able to swap? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the 50-50. That was really bad, but the problem is that Sora didn't have any electro dice to play the bullet. The electro bullet. So, yeah, we just swap here. We also have this. Yeah, you definitely want to swap. You don't want your spot to get hit by that. Okay. So he goes, I swap from Lunar. That should not be enough. Nah, that shouldn't be enough. Oh, yeah. But then that's not enough, yeah. Alright, that was pretty clean. Alright, good game. That was super clean by Luna here. Yeah, I kinda a bit overlooked and totally forgot about the Transfiguration, but it was super good. And yeah, good game. Luna made it to, I believe it's 3-0 for this round. Let me just check a bit about the time, because I believe we still be able to spectate some other games. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we still have Kaizen versus Allergic, Bula versus Darkshrine, Vicky versus Ionatan, Billy versus Ark. I kinda wanted to spectate GT29 and Jatnat. So we are going to try that. Hopefully they are still going, so oh, okay. Looks like this is gonna be an interesting matchup between the two mid-range decks. So we have the Yumkasaurus, the Electric Yumkasaurus, and the Alakino. So I don't think I have much to say about this matchup. They just basically the two mid-range deck trying to do a lot of damage while also having a good amount of sustainability between Ymphosaurus and Arlecchino. And I kind of have some debate about whether who is better. So in terms of matchups, I kind of think Arlecchino has a bit of the upper hand because of the Bond of Life she could apply to the Ymphosaurus while still doing damage. Oh, apparently, okay. Apparently the game has just ended. Okay, never mind. That was pretty unlucky for. That was quite unfortunate that we couldn't get to see, but if you guys can tell, Janet with the Arlecchino deck managed to win against the Ymphosaurus from GT29. So with that out of the way, we still have let's see, 4 other matchups, and most of them are just basically either a stall or mid-range deck. So basically we have, as we all know, Darkshrine and Ark, they are both playing crabs, and then Ogurchik with the Aoife with the 20 HP, the 21 HP Aoife, which is quite funny. And we actually never had a chance to fully spectate the match. I'm not sure if they are quite finished, but hopefully we could have a peek of what they are doing. So we have Kaizen versus Ogurchik. Hopefully they are still going. So Kaizen is just gonna play another Escoyai list, which is quite classic. So we're gonna see how they are going to put in action. Alright, looks like yeah, as we expected, Ogurchik actually oh, okay, so apparently Kaizen decided to choose the D3s instead of the 3 cost to apply his taxes to Ogurchik's hand. Oh, look at that, he's back in 21 HP! He's so back! And he still has another glow moon, is it? Yeah, moon glow. Moon glow on his hand, which is a +1 max HP for Aoife. And that's pretty much like how he would do his damage, right? So basically, ooh, screw. I'm not sure why Kaizen decided to choose the cost increase. I kind of think with this amount of tax, he should have been dealing a lot of piercing damage right now. Given that we have 1, 2, and then another 3, which is 5 different procs. And we haven't taken into account if there was any card that we need to use. We need to cost increase. So far, judging by his hand, we already have 5 different instances of taxes. And that should be yet enough. As for Ogurchik's side, we have Melody, which will continuously invalidate your opponent as soon as you take or heal. And unfortunately for Kaizen, that one with rest is invalidated, so you cannot really do burst damage with it. His +2 is quite a brick thing. I think we're just gonna sit here and keep using this stuff. Wait, that didn't. Oh, that cost increased one of the chain you blew. But one cost chain you blew. You still have another macaron ready on this end. So busy. I'm expecting to see a burst. Because if I just basically don't do damage, I'm not sure. He does have mean blow, which is a +2 damage for his normal attack. Never. New brew, and that could be a attack. Decided to take them. Oh, and he has the. Oh yeah. Because you basically kind of want to. You still wanted to do damage with your normal attacks and also trigger the artifacts, because you could use techniques to trigger damage, but she's just basically once per round, and you still kind of want to do damage to defeat your opponent regardless. I believe that this Eva is basically immortal here. Yeah, Skirt can normal attack once for 4 damage. That's quite big. But given that they still have the Nalan Res, another copy of Geo Res, and a Macaron, which is still untouched. So he's pretty much fine here. Luna, the 2 Luna will trigger 2 instances of well, the artifact will trigger another 2. That should definitely gonna be enough. So you're basically unkillable. Well, you also do damage because if a normal attack is and another +1 artifact. That is a lot of healing. And he just doesn't seem to mind if he's getting frozen here. He's just doing cheap damage over time and time after time until eventually Skirt runs out of steam. Let's see, yeah, we can do that. Oh, that was invalidated. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Oh, it got invalidated. That was so bad. Also, I'm kind of confused. How did this Void Rip actually get custom food? And it is also invalidated. Ooh, Ocean Clam. What's that clam artifact? I assume that was from Queen Clan Liu. What do we get? If we get Fury, that we might have a chance. But even with Fury, that would still gonna be 6 damage. Really far away. That is at 10 HP, so we're fine. Alright, 3 cost back 1. Okashi's hand is just full of red cards. Yeah, Adventure 1, yeah, and you can, you definitely can now technique triggering your Chen Yu Veil and also take away your... Yo, this is taking forever. The problem is that Kaizen doesn't have any reliable source of sustainability anymore. Well, Okashi could just basically trigger one Chen Yu Veil every 2 rounds. Because he could technique once and do 2 actions, usually 2 normal attacks. And so far he actually completed 6 adventure, I believe. Oh, 3. Okay, yeah, the 6 was this is quite funny. And now you skill, you trigger once. You still have 2 usages from Bona and another one from normal attack or skill. Oh my god, what is this infinite Chen Yu Veil? Alright, now you could no attack. Yeah. And you should be able to finish off with one technique here. And that's gonna be a game for Okechik. That's a really funny deck, honestly. And this Eva, we're just gonna keep staying alive on the field and continue doing stuff. That was actually really funny. So yeah, I believe that should be the last round for the last match for this round, and I'm not sure how much time do we have left until the next round. We basically have 10 more minutes. So yeah. So we'll be back in 10 minutes after this 10 minutes break. So yeah. Oh, it's actually not at 11 minutes. Okay, never mind. My timer is actually stopped working. Okay, we actually only have 1 minute. Okay, we'll be back in 90 seconds. So that will be a very quick. That will be a very quick break. So don't go anywhere far. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, that was just that was just one of the quickest short break I've ever had. We just sit here for 90 seconds. I didn't even have any opportunity to do something. So before we get into some other matches for by the way, this is round 4. We're gonna have a bit update about the standing. So we have so far, apparently Dushrine already lost his previous round, which is quite unfortunate. So we might not be able to see Crab making to 5-0. However, it is quite understandable because Crab just basically hard loses to pretty much every superconductor that is played by a lot of players. If I look at the deck list, I will be able to see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 players with Yai and Escophier, while having some other choices. We have Electro Charge from GT29 with Fourier, Yai, and Yumnosaurus mid-range. We have Ian Ratan, which we already spectated the early round with his Raiden Superconduct. And we also have Skokchaska from Somu. So basically that is a massive amount of AoE and Electric Charge and Superconduct everywhere to hit the crab. And even though they do not start threatening the crab, because crab can just tank reaction, takes +1 damage instead of the piercing. But the superconduct stacks with the transfiguration is still really significant. With all the standing gone, oh yeah, I haven't really much explained. So really stupid. Okay, so yeah, we also have Luna, who just received a 3-0 from previous round after defeating Somu with the Esco Yai deck. And we also have Bua. I think Bua is also playing the Esco Yai list. So for this round 4, I believe the two of them will match each other. Yeah. So if we could, we would be able to spectate them, but I also will look for some other matches. I mean, we could, yeah. Could. This is the fight to decide who is getting the guarantee prize, because for Foam, as soon as you get 4 wins and there's no other players with the same result with 4 wins, you pretty much guarantee to get the prize. So you're either gonna be a few-way ties between 2 and 1, or you're gonna win the weekly by going 5-0. With all the yaps away from my mouth, I think I could now start. Let's see if we could spectate. If the let me just check if the 2 players are ready. Alright, looks like we are entering the game. So far, I believe this is round 1 or 2. Yeah, this is just round 1. We see that Bua has 2 picnic, which he would use for Yai Summon. While Luna has quite a comfortable playing now 1 time. Bua, on the other hand, would definitely use the picnic, getting the initial superconduct, which is really necessary. We'll also have another copy of something which will guarantee scrap talent. So I kind of say both sides are a bit equal. However, Bua has a bit slight for a lot more superconduct. Also, yeah, oh, yeah. I just love Gilded Hall though. Gilded Hall is just basically the best food in the game, and the fact that it is just because it is the best, it's kind of exclusive to Escafir. But the problem is that Escafir is just Escafir's deck are just way too good, and you just basically use that as an excuse to add her into your deck so you can access to pretty much every single game. Alright, they have resistance. Ooh, playing? Oh, okay. Playing the Gorge a bit early. A bit too early. Usually you want to keep it and then you only play it as soon as you decide to end your round. And it will immediately trigger the super contact reaction. Because the Yai summon will fire off. So yeah. Okay, yeah. Use it for super contact immediately. That's another skill. You could definitely gonna swap here. However, your opponent might gonna play yeah, because they have 3 dice. But the problem is, yeah, probably you just basically don't know what your opponents have. You're tuning one good at that's actually really interesting. If Luna decides to get fired, ooh, no attack. I'm not really sure how much I like that though. But yeah, basically you really wanted to get prior, and especially if you know that your opponent has swap, right? Like swap, I assume that's gonna be too physical. Yeah, trying your best to minimize the electro charge. I mean, the super conduct. Ooh, wait, you could also play another copy, and then oh yeah, that's actually really good. Yeah, okay, that was a really good play from Luna. Actually, it wasn't quite a mistake. It was actually a really good play. So you get the second Void Rip, and then you also get the second Scuff Talent to hit. And now by ending, Yai will get defeated. And then, oh, okay, you know, let's skip. Right, and then SCP is the one to take the damage, and she will most likely going to get defeated by these summons. Because they're just exactly 4 damage. And then Skirt would be the one to take the -2. So things are getting really tight. Good did have the advantage first, and while also accessing to swap, so he can act twice. But we will see if this is actually going to matter. So we're definitely gonna have to defeat all 3 characters in just 2 actions. So yeah, swap, you're definitely gonna swap. I assume using Burst is actually good. So I kind of feel like you. Oh yeah, we have Gilded Hall. Okay, that's fine, Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good game then. Alright, Clean Clan Legion for a 3-cost body, and then you win. Alright, good game. Round 4, just the viewer. That was GG. Yeah, and this is why we know we say that flop are really good cards for mirror match. And yeah, that was super clean by Brewer, being able to take down all 3 characters with 2 skirt bursts, thanks to the first Ring of Freedom. So yeah, this match is definitely it's certainly quick because the 2 decks just play really fast. Yeah, and we still have a lot of time to spectate others matchups that we love. So yeah, we're gonna try to spectate some interesting looking. I saw Oscyy is playing a Con Beast deck. It looks interesting here. I might want to spectate that. Honestly. It's a pretty interesting looking deck in this era. Especially, yeah, this is pretty much the only Con Beast deck that we're gonna have for this tournament. Other than that, we also have Ryomiya from Craxolo, and Vicky with the adventure with the Freminate Melusine Sword, the similar version of the decks that we've seen for this NA Weekly. So yeah. So we're probably just gonna spectate Oscyy versus Kaizen here first. If afterwards, if we still have some time, we would probably going to spectate either Vicky or Praxilo. So I'm just gonna. Alright, looks like we are in. Oh yeah, just yet another Escoyai here. Alright, what do we have? Kaizen this time decided to get Electric Surge, aka the free cast Transfiguration. Let's just go through all these artifacts. Maiden Beloved on the Crocodile and Better Visage on the other two monsters. Yeah. So this is pretty standard. We also have Script Talent already. Just we have a ritual. This is really good for Kaizen. Yeah, make sure you wanna have your cryo dice ready for Script Talent. Alright, just play it. Oh, you know what? You actually don't need to. You could spend one dice to swap here. Actually, you could actually swap here because the soul is actually affected by already. Not much reason to do that. But hey, I'm not gonna complain about extra damage, and especially you get to discard for 6 energy. And I think this is basically soothing, right? Yeah, it is soothing. So you're hitting your opponent's soothing. It's fine. Assuming that Oscyy is that's gonna be a discard. I'm not expecting to see something too crazy for this discard. This is basically some random cards that both players may not gonna use. Yeah, Oscyy decided to stay on the Oscyy for this one. That's just fine. The problem here is Oscyy can Kaizen can definitely affect this Oscyy. You have the Void Rift. You also have Gambler here. That is so good. Super Conduct, defeat the Oscyy, and then the Transfig. Yeah, basically I kind of think this deck is a bit autopiloting. I mean, sure, you still have a lot of plays for doing some stuff, probably. But this deck is just too much strong for how easy it is to actually pilot it. Rather than using Force, I think that's fine. I really think that's fine. But 4 is probably a bit better. We don't actually have much opportunity to use the 4 anyway, but I mean, if that's that could be about preventing the Crocodile from healing a lot, because he not only does he have Maiden, but he also has his talent and his passive. So discarding or using an energy draw is actually really a huge deal. Scorpion talent. Just block, discard, and then draw, and you heal 2. first heal, and you later heals, and then you heal again. That's just a lot of healing. Oh yeah, that's it. But the problem is that Yai can still NA and kill one of the con beasts thanks to the cryo res. But you can also choose to there we go, there we go. It's a talent and hit. Yeah, and that's pretty much gonna be GG. Oh, Fury. Haha. I mean, even without the Fury, he could also still play. He could also still play the cryo res and then just normal attack again. So you could see a very big damage. And as we can see that the flop actually didn't matter, and I really think that you should have just used it. And you still kill the Kirby as if normal, and as you were doing here, and then yeah. But regardless, that was a pretty clean game, yeah. But but I don't think that's too much stuff to expect from here because I mean yeah, Esco Yai is just way too good. The continuous superconduct trigger. Alright, I kind of think we still have a lot of time here. So we could probably going to spectate some auto match. So hopefully I don't run into some other Esco Yai because I'm not sure if you guys are actually fed up with it. I can't really tell. Hopefully you guys are not. Let me just check a bit. So I'm trying my best to avoid spectating Esco Yai because most of by this time, most likely most of them will probably have their game ended. So maybe we get to spectate Ogajik again with the Ifa list because I kind of believe that we really enjoy watching Ogajik with this new cooking here. So I think we're yet again back with Ogajik then. Man, this Eva gives me joy. This Eva really gives me a lot of joy. But this time we are matching into Arlecchino, who is actually a counter, a one-up-like deck. So, and who's also have really reliable sustain with her passive, and yeah, we're actually in the match. Looks like Jadner didn't have any good dice to act. I kind of believe this Mercy won't active. Yeah, you need to have more cards than your dice in order to discount, which is not in this case. Second one, sure. I'm expecting a swap to Shion. And that's pretty much going to be last. And eventually we will see the two bosses come in clash against each other. Okay, I'm back. It looks like we also already have two more along with the adventure artifacts. So again, we are going to trigger every we are going to trigger one Genius Veil every 2 rounds, and this is going to add up a lot. And funnily enough, Genius Veil also will tries to heal as much as possible before giving you the +2 max HP. Therefore, it will basically clear every single bond of life on you when it's trying to heal you, and then do the +2 max HP as if normal. So this is a really good thing, especially against Alfino who needs you to have bond of life on your character to do extra damage. Eva is actually pretty healthy here. As soon as it's gonna be an normal attack actually, but we don't really have the dice to do that. Ooh, another moon glow. Oh, interesting. Technique for the heal. Okay, we still be able to use this to because Kakuku is a 2-cost skill. That's apparently what Critic is going to try to do. Unless there's some other place here. I kind of think there it is. This one skill. That's great. Trigger. We could now swap to Shilunan to tank the damage because why not? I believe that this is just going to take forever, and the 2 players will probably gonna end up in a tie. So I'm just gonna take my time here and also look at the timer and hopefully, because we basically only have 10 minutes left and the 2 players are still going. We only have 10 minutes left, and I really doubt that this will take forever. You basically don't do any damage to the Arlecchino because we just stopped tanking. And even if you do a bit of damage, like -2, -3, should we just heal all together with her burst? And then damage you again, and the cycle basically continues forever on. Yeah, that should be Aoife technique. He's at 2 bond of life, which means Allecchino will do 5 damage on normal attack. So you need to heal. Could do that with the burst, yeah, because burst also heals. Ooh, 5 for death. Oh, that's actually big. That's really big. And one technique will trigger the Genius Veil. Technique will trigger Genius Veil. Unless there's a way for Jetnut can actually one-shot Aoife with 1 attack, but given that he no longer have any bond of life, this is just not a case. Skill, and now Aoife will just technique, and then he will just go back at full HP with +2 HP. Yeah, this is just great, isn't it? +15. Isn't it just basically well? This is basically WoW, but like in a more extreme way, because WoW does overwhelm you with the absurd amount of HP and the damage. Even we're just gonna take you. You don't mind him, he doesn't mind you. I kind of think you could play, I don't know, maybe Necron maybe? We play Necron with Aoife, and let's Shilunan tank the rest. Oh, okay, that's cool. Maybe the fish. Alright, so far how many adventures have we completed? We completed 3 adventures. take pretty much most of the damage. And yeah, this is definitely going to go on forever until one player decided to either win or the game will eventually end up in a tie. Because with the 35 minutes, we definitely won't be able to to settle this matchup. Just absurd. The one can never take pretty much any damage, and the one who keeps coming back alive at who can always come back at full HP. Because like he just basically trigger at every 2 rounds he will always trigger the chain veil, and this just basically goes on. This is absurd. Equal swap gonna be a technique. Yeah, as for stacking, Alligator actually had up to 35. If we translate it, that would probably be 30 instances of -1 damage. Basically 30 usages of their resistance. This is just crazy. And imagine imagine if Alligator can actually overheal, she would probably become one of the biggest monsters. So we still have 7 minutes left. Don't worry, we still have 7 minutes to go. If I can swap here, I think he can swap to Shironen again. Well, he doesn't even care to. I think he could. Maybe he's trying to sack Shironen so he gets the and also the Chenyu. But he's also aiming to get Aoife low enough so he can still get the HP from Chenyu, because it will always heal the damage, the character taking the most damage, which is basically the distances between the current HP and the max HP. So, for example, Shironen is now at -10. While Aoife, I'm not really sure how much max HP does Aoife have. But in order to heal on Aoife, okay. So Shironen first actually heals Aoife, and I believe he still also heals the damage, right? Yeah. And now he can fight for death, and then elemental skill. Enable Kakugu again, and he will be able to technique and trigger the Chenyu. Now you technique. You could pass and save that until the next round. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We may be able to settle. We probably just end this end because there's just no point of triggering it. He could definitely use Golden and then the voltage, but we definitely don't need to. There's nothing stopping you from going to the and then you could, I think you can kind of maybe first or NA. Just basically save the heal from the technique. Saving the heal from the technique. Okay, yeah. Using the goldfish immediately, actually. There we go, and we are back with another Chenyu Veil. Oh, no attack. A 26 HP Aoife versus a 36 one of life Alex. And they're just hitting back and forth until the time runs out. Nothing said that Legend says that when the black hole consumes everything, they both are still fighting. Right. So yeah, we probably gonna have them. Okay, looks like I think we can I don't know. Well, obviously she could just heal them back because of her burst. And yeah, 4 damage NA with Eva get healed by Alekino. And she's just basically untouchable anyway. They both are untouchable. Come on, man. Okay, I'll be right back in I don't know, for 3 minutes maybe. And as soon as I come back, probably now, and we are going to spectate some other matches. So in the meantime, I'll leave the screen here. Basically, they're not. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and looks like it is time's up. It is time's up, and I think we can now move on to the next round, which is... Otherwise they are just gonna fight for eternity. Okay, yeah, that was a really fun game though, actually. That was a really fun game to watch. We get to... I get to continue playing the game for long enough just to see another version of Crab vs. Whale, aka Kyogre vs. Groudon in GITCG. That is so funny, and yeah, the two are just basically gonna fight for eternity until yeah. I'm not sure in actual long term if this can goes on, if there is actually no round limits or time limit in our game, in our tournament. I'm not really sure who is actually in favor. So technically Alekino can do somewhere around 3 to 5 damage NA, while Eva can do either 4 damage NA or 1 damage on the side but heal 2. And he also have continuous support from Chain Veil. So for long term, I kind of think Eva would have a slight advantage, just given that he has a bit more reliable source of healing. but actually Arlecchino also has infinite usage of -1 damage, while also have infinite usage of tenacity for every round. So I kind of think it's quite equal. But with that match out of the way, so I think we could have a bit look of the standing a bit before we have some idea of who to spectate. Alright, so apparently Bua made it to 4-1, and yeah, with the three, with actually 4 runner-up are, ooh, we have Luna, Somu, Dog Shrine, and actually Billy. He's actually doing it. Yo, Billy with the 3-1 can actually. Alright, I'm actually not surprised if Billy can actually made it to 4-1. So, alright, with that, I think we could start spectating Bua and whoever he's matching against. Okay, it looks like we found the match. Oh, and it's actually Billy. Oh, no way, bro. No way, we actually get to see Billy fight for either his 4-1 or his opponent's 5-0. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, not gonna lie. Yo, I already like this matchup. So a bit explaining about the two players. So, do we actually need some introduction about the two players there? I mean, we could have a bit look up the deck list before we deep dive into their match. Kind of, let me check if they are both ready. Actually. Yeah, I think they are all ready, so we are ready for our spectate for our grand final between the two Oscyy. Is Billy gonna make his way to the graphic? Or is Bua going to win 5-0? This may take a bit time. Okay, maybe this will take a bit of time. Okay, looks like we are in, finally. Okay, so apparently Billy is actually using Coffin's List, which is the version with Covenant of Rock and Fish and Chips, trying to get the Yai summon very early on in the game, and he actually couldn't. He actually could, yeah. You just tune, and then, yeah, there we go, and then skill, and then you can swap to Escofear. You use Covenant of Rock, you tune some more cards. If you actually didn't kind of to dice. Or you could just use 2 of the Woven, while also playing the Awesome Bro. Okay, as for Lure, he decided to use the Kitten. Yeah. It ain't an electro aura. I kind of think really. Okay, he didn't land the. He didn't land the crowd dice, so he most likely gonna have to use both of Wovens. Yeah, he should use both of his Woven and then swap to Yai. Kind of thing. Okay, that's still fine. Yeah, you could definitely use that to fix one of your dice. Yeah, there we go. And then use your Woven and the skill. Do remember that Brewer also have Sculptor's Value ready, meaning that he is guaranteed to get one, while also priority for going first for next round. Everything so far so good. We get this is very good. Okay, again, bro. Again, we actually get Gilded Hall and Autumn. Basically, these combinations is just basically the best food you can ever ask from SKP. Yeah, I kind of think that, yeah, having double Gilded Hall is insane, but like, in some cases, they're just not that too crazy. Because I kind of think like having a balance between healing and damage is really more important, which is what Blue actually has. Because the thing is that you have your Superconduct as your main source of damage. Okay, you can now just play your Translate and then tune for Yai skill. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah. You can tune this countdown thing. Yeah, and Blue will just basically gonna get priority if Billy cannot do anything against that. I think he could. Yeah. Here's the problem. So Billy doesn't have to use Yai skill again. You could just do. I don't know, but Yai is at 2 HP, which is a really awkward point for him to actually trigger Superconduct for. Sure, you could definitely snipe her with the Verdant Gift, I think. Or you have the technique actually. Yeah, you could use the technique. Yeah, just technique. And then I don't know. You could play Transfake, go for Skirt for the burst maybe? Because you kinda could. Yeah, so the problem is that Blue gets to the first, and on top of that he has Swap, which is a really good card, especially in this matchup, in a mirror match. And on top of that you are playing first. So you can just basically triple kill your opponent without them being able to react to. So what is going to be for Billy? I kind of think is going for Skirt Burst actually any good? So Skirt, if we use Skirt Burst, we could only have 2 damage, because you can only discard 1, and then maybe you could add the Gilded Hall up, that would be 4. End phase? I'm not really sure. Honestly, I'm not really sure about this situation. But the one thing I can tell is that if Billy cannot defeat Bluer this round, he is in a very bad situation, because your opponent will just finish you off really quickly. let me just skill. Everything's fine. Yeah, very nice. So let's we die to the summon here, and so whoever Billy is swapping to, it's actually gonna be a bad situation. But Bullet, yeah. So Bullet will have his SOP defeated, and then we have to skirt. Okay, never mind. Looks like oh wait, it's not this close. It's this close. Okay, so anyway, without that fraud, Bullet will still win. I started to think Gorge is actually a fraud. Like most of the time when I do see that they may have a good use, they ended up didn't matter. Congratulations, Bullet, for winning for the Asia Weekly. Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate for Billy that he had to go second because of the triple action round 1 actually. But I kind of think he could have, not really sure, but like, the thing is that Billy didn't have the talent to float and get prior, because if he had, he would. Alright, regardless, that was a really fun game to watch, and I'm actually really happy to see Billy actually making this far actually. Because honestly, well, as for me specifically, I never actually see Billy making this far. So yeah, he's our really good bully in a very good term. Alright, with that match out of the way, we could spectate some other match as well. So I'm not sure if there's actually any other funny decks that we might want to see. We could spectate Craxolo with the Ryomi at least, or we could let me see. Alright, looks like Craxolo just finished his match actually, so unfortunately that we cannot actually spectate that. We could, however, spectate TC29, or how about Vicky? Let's see. Bro, choosing match as spectate is actually good, like going to shopping. That was kind of not good in a fun turn. I mean, we could spectate Vicky, I think. So Vicky is going up against another Oscyy, but with a stall deck, with a combo stall actually. I think it's a. If you guys haven't watched the NA weekly stream, I highly recommend you should try watch. But for those who didn't know what this Feminine does, is basically Feminine Omega Sword, and then you have Novelet here to hold the Sitlali weapon to discount your cards not originally from your deck to stack up the Omega Sword, and usually it also end up really quick. And on top of that, Novelet himself is also a pretty good carry alongside with Kokumi, who is also a pretty good unit for Stone. Alright, I think we are in this round 2 of the game, I think. Oh, this is actually round 3. Okay. Yeah, a bit about the list of the two players. Apparently, Lunar got got no transfiguration, so it could either be sent back to the bottom deck or just got extreme. And judging by the gilded hull on Vicky's hand, I know that, I guess we all know what happened then. And yeah, and Script Talent and Void Rift. And funnily enough, you could definitely gonna play Void Rift for another count for your 3-minute sword, or your Melusine sword. So yeah. So not having the Superconduct Transfig could be a problem to Luna. However, if we could recover from that, we should still be able to dish out a lot of damage without it. Yeah. Oh, and I think all 3 characters on Vicky's side actually have the Verdant Gift. And that was wrong. Yeah, it's Verdant Gift. The +1 damage for everyone. The 1 cost fruit from SW. Wait, Yai? Quick speak to Yai. For this, we have the yeah, and that should be Crowd Rest for Yai Burst, maybe? That could be. Is that gonna be enough? 4 damage? +2? That's just enough. Yeah, that's enough, Yeah, Yai Burst is enough to take down Permanent. Yeah, there we go. And I'm not really sure why we decided to play Fish and Chip Trap. Because you can just use it for tuning. And yeah, you just, I don't know. Oh, but no Gambler, no more actions. Oh, you have the 1 cost Melusine. Oh, okay. Canotula. Giving you 2 resonance cards. Right, I think it's good for Vicky to stay on Nivelet and then swap once to Kokumi. Maybe. Then maybe you could skill and then burst. I'm not quite sure. But you definitely don't want to leave your Electro Aura on 2 characters, so your best bet is to let Kokumi tank the damage and then cleanse it away. Yep. And that's exactly what we decided to do. Because we all know that Luna has only 1 dice left. Unless they have 2 extra Wovens, there shouldn't be anything wrong. And we are going to cleanse this Electro Aura away. Ooh, Tarumaru. I assume that GP actually give away this Tarumaru because it's basically a equal. It's actually not a fully Yoing Extreme. It's actually kind of like a hand trade. So you trade your cards to your opponent. Basically, that is what Extreme meant to be used, right? It's that to swap hands from the two players, not actually one stealing from the other. And we're swapping to Nivelet actually. Okay. Ooh, Cryo-Rest. Yep. That's gonna be ooh, that's actually +4, not +3 because of the Verdant Gifts as well. We have the Woven, and yeah, that's gonna be enough. Oh wait, I think it's 1 damage short. Oh yeah, it's just enough actually. Yeah, I almost forget that Nivelet can self-piercing by 1 for +1 damage for the full wall. Nivelet's looking really good. Vicky's actually locking Luna away from having access to Electro Aura. So even if Skirt can snipe off Kokumi with increasing damage off you, there won't be any Electro to trigger to trigger superconduct with. Whoa, we got the card from Serene. Okay, what's it? It's Tirona. Giving resonance card at the end of the round. Up to 3 times. I can't believe that this weapon from Sora is actually really interesting to use with kind of reducer like weapon. I think it's once per round. It can stack up to 2 damage, and it doesn't state once per round. Oh yeah, first time of each round. Okay, but it can stack up. I never knew that it could stack. It's kind of like a reverse end of the line. So basically, end of the line. When you also play a card that is not from your deck, you touch 1 stack, and when you do attack, you will consume the stack to do +1 damage while also draw 1. The difference is that end of the line can stack up to 2, and I think you could also play 2 cards to do the 2 stacks. And the stats from end of the line actually doesn't have anything to do with the damage. It's just basically increase the card draw. So despite how many stacks end of the line has, you will always do +1 damage from that instance, but you just basically draw more cards from it. But anyway, yeah. So, but in this case, with the Solari weapon, we are actually stacking the damage, not stacking with card draw or the discount. So that's an interesting effect. I also kind of enjoyed playing End of the Line back in the day with Chow, but it's just basically a full fun deck, but it was kind of funny to use a fishbowl to attack. It looks like we used up the I think it's Master of Night when Sora. What is his name? I think it's Itomi. Oh, Itomi, yeah. It's Itomi Saurus. I think 2 skill. You could definitely, I think, develop burst. 3. You still have your Gidit already, and you also have. I think we already used up the discount for this round, right? Because I believe we don't have Minty mid-roll, because we don't have the discount now, so that means it's over. We could also play the pizza and then ram with lightning. I think that's already, or you could also no attack and also pizza. It's basically a lot of choice for you. You just chill because your opponent cannot have super conduct, but you still have to pay attention to skirt damage because she is stacking up her energy. And with 1 discard from Void will and also -1 from the column as well. Alright. Yeah, you could definitely play the pizza. I don't see why not. And it's not like you have anything else to play with. And we pass. Really chilling because we are round 5. We just don't have any limits, so we could just enjoy our time playing. And yeah, if only if Gorge and I think it's Jabnat. Yeah, if they were match each other into this round, I'm not really sure if they can finish the game either, because in our game we still have round limit. Specifically, as soon as you reach round 14, I believe, the game will automatically give both players a 2-way loss. But yeah, we just basically consider it as a draw, but functionally it will count that as a loss game for both players. we do have a Nemo rest for a quick swap, but we definitely want to, we have to hit Neuvillette and have him to reach a certain breakpoint. Is that gonna be enough? Is there actually a way to actually make Neuvillette low enough for skill? I kind of think not. Neuvillette is at 11 HP. He needs to be. Ooh, swap him, okay. I think he could. I think he could play Vicky to use Neuvillette normal attack and lock himself into a prepare skill, making him unable to react to whatever your opponent is trying to do. But Vicky can also play the Gilded Hall and the immediately plus damage, and then you also have their resistance, which I expect Vicky to play this round. TK is also looking good. But you could also use Tankasaurus. I'm not really sure what it would look like if Neuvillette used the Tankasaurus with the Source Water Droplet actually. I kind of feel like it's a bit funny. Alright, oh, element of skill, yeah, really careful here. So you do not want to lock yourself into a prepare skill, making you vulnerable to whatever your opponent will throw at you. Yeah, you just basically take your time here. Take the time, we are really fun, chilling, and we should be fine. What could Luna do? Luna still have one Lotus. We have a quick swap. Vicky's Neuvillette is really full. And oh yeah, right. He can't really play the Day of Resistance because he's running out of arcane usage. I almost forgot about that. Skill, okay. I assume that's gonna be another elemental burst. Ooh, beautiful. Oh yeah, going for the snipe. That should be GG then. Yeah, that should be GG. Just enough -4 to take down Skirk here. Yeah, and with SKP alone, with not much stuff to play, it's just pretty over. Yeah. Whoa, that is so perfect, man. That is so perfect. Yo. A very clean victory to Vicky, although that his Ferminate got sniped, but it ended up never matter because Neuvillette is just as good. While you also take away your opponent's most reliable win condition, which is the electric surge actually. Very well played by Vicky. GG. Alright, let's see. We still have 2, I think. We actually still have one last matchups, and that's gonna be Darkshine versus Somu. And that should be our last match for today's stream. I'm actually surprised that today we actually get to see a lot of interesting matchups, and despite most of them being presenting Esco Yai, I don't quite feel like it's something boring. It's still pretty fun because of how the player decision actually changed the game. Wait, okay, so I think they both are also done. I'm not sure. Let me just double check here. Yeah, okay, looks like they're also done. Okay, so yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're finished like very early in the round. Okay, so yeah. So with that out of the way, I think that's pretty much everything we can watch for today's stream. Thank you everyone for coming and for watching, and also thank you all 19 players who participating into today's tournament. It was a really fun tournament to watch. Also, yeah. Also a bit apologize for not having a proper stream. At least I could still sit here and yap, but yeah. Other than that, I think that's everything I could have here. So again, thank you very much everyone for watching. Also, congratulations Lua for scoring 5-0. Yeah, and that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoy your the rest of the day, and see you guys later.